I'll take this over. Just
All right.
put it up on the slides. A few months back, more than a few months back, I made a comment that on our projected cash flow of almost 139,000, that we would probably beat that, and we're closing the gap quickly on that. Now, mind you, that what you're seeing up there, the date on that, Jimmy, is what, May 31st?
Yes.
That basically includes just April sales tax. We actually have 2 more months of sales tax to collect, which is May and June, which we will see that when Jimmy does the accruals in August, the next meeting. So I think we're going to close the gap, maybe even be in the black as far as wiping out what we projected to maybe possibly be a deficit. So at this time, I'd like to show what our total assets are. $5,723,644. That's pretty good. I'd like to make note of that this is the largest fund balance in all the budget years except budget years 206, 207, 208, because those were the housing market boom, where we had a lot of construction tax coming in. So I think in a very tough year, the town has done very well in sales tax. It tells me a lot of our merchants have done fairly well too. We all know they had a good winter. Summer comes, it gets a little tougher for everybody. And if you look at the year-to-date change in the fund balance, the $80,611, last summer when Jim did the cash flow projection for the new budget year, he had 138,000 and something odd change, almost under 39,000. That's what he thought the deficit would be at the end of this fiscal year. Well, with 2 more months of revenue coming in, I think we're gonna be in the positive on that. I don't think we'll have what we projected to be a little bit of a deficit. And I'd say this all had to be done to, I know our merchants are working hard, bringing sales tax, and the town staff has certainly cut budget wherever they could and expenditures. Let's go over to the cash receipts and cash disbursements account. If you look at the local sales tax in the account, we're only down 17.2% from last year on local sales tax. Not too bad, considering most towns are down 30–40%. If you look at for May, our total revenues were at $399,671. And then we look down at our expenses for May, $271,204. We've been doing this month after month, keeping our expenses down. To the point right now, we're down 26.3% in our expenditures from last year. That was done through what Gary explained in the budget process about some staff reduction and just basically tightening it up like we all do with our own budgets. I'd like to note that pretty much like in the total expenses, you know, again, we had the 8 Sundial Circle possibly paying that off. We're not going to pay it off. We did put it in the budget this year. If things get better, we might, but we're not going to spend that, basically $500,000. We have not spent any contingency money. So we're in pretty good shape. With over $5.7 million in the bank and pretty much everything paid for. Jimmy, you got anything you want to add to that?
No, I just think that we've stuck to the cash flow analysis, and we're ahead of that right now. And I think at the end of June that we'll be in the black, like you said. That's what I really, the monies I see coming in, I think we're going to be able to meet that. So I think in one of the worst years since the Great Depression, to be able to come through this and still have our money in the bank, I think is commendable to the council and to the staff and everybody that's pulled together to do this. So,
it's you guys, the staff, not us, you guys.
You guys do. Any other questions?
Questions or comments from the council about the financial report for either the Vice Mayor or Mr. King? Hearing no questions or comments, is there a motion to approve?
So move. Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the financial report for May 2010 All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.